When I was young, I once told a group of kids the story of the foolish old man who moved the mountains. There were two giant mountains, Tihang and Wangwu, so massive they blocked the path between two regions. An old man, nearly 90, lived right at their base. Every time he tried to go anywhere, those mountains stood in his way, like two giant prison walls. One day, he gathered his family and said, "I'm tired of being trapped here. Let's dig through these mountains. If we keep at it, generation after generation, one day, there'll be a road straight to the south." Everyone agreed except his wife. She sighed and said, "You're nearly 90. Even if you had the strength of a young man, you couldn't even move a small hill. And even if you could dig up all that dirt, where would you dump it?" But the family had already decided. "We'll carry it to the seaside," they said. And so, the old man, his sons, and his grandsons picked up shovels and baskets and began digging. They worked from winter through summer. It took them half a year to move a single load of dirt. Still, they didn't stop. Even a widow nearby sent her little boy, barely 8 years old, to help. But not everyone understood. A man known as the Wise Old One, who lived by the Yellow River, mocked the old man. "You're out of your mind," he said. "You're almost 90. You can barely pull weeds, and you think you can move entire mountains." The old man looked at him, calm and firm. "You don't get it," he said. "You think I'm foolish, but you're blind to the long view. I may die soon, but my sons will continue, then their sons, and their sons after them. The mountains won't grow any taller, so tell me why couldn't we move them given enough time?" The wise man had no reply. When I finished the story, one of the kids looked up and asked, "But why didn't he just move his house instead? That would have taken a few days, not a lifetime." He really was foolish, and he made his whole family suffer for it. I couldn't answer him right away. The room went quiet. Later, as I thought about it, I realized that the child's question wasn't simple, it carried a deep kind of wisdom. So many of us spend our lives trying to move mountains, problems we could simply walk away from, believing that our struggle itself makes us noble. Sometimes, the truly wise thing isn't to keep digging. It's to know when to move on.